Right, so here we have the Robens Green Cone, and this short video is meant to be a supplement to my blog post, which you'll find over at splodzblogz.co.uk. As you can see, this is a TIPI style tent. It's a 4-berth by a company called Robens, who make some amazing tents, or amazing looking tents. This is the first one I've tried out myself, and this is how it looks pitched by myself. There's me in my garden. Solo pitch of this one took me about 15 minutes from start to finish, I reckon. You'll have seen the time lapse already. Now I've got the hang of it, it's not difficult to pitch. It doesn't pitch the way the instructions say. So my blog post includes some new instructions, but I thought I'd show you around, seeing as I've got the GoPro out to do the time lapse. It takes up quite a lot of space, this tent. It is a 4-man. It's standing height, so I can stand up in this just about in the middle. And as you can see, it needs the guys to stand up. It's a single pole construction, so it's a teepee tent. But as you'll notice when we go inside, the pole is at a slant. So this is the single door. Let's just flip that around here. This will roll up, and there's a couple of toggles if you want to roll it up. It's actually quite easy just to flick that over there as well. But yeah, there we are, there we have it. The pole actually, if I get it in the right place, slants to the front. So you'll see that the TP pole doesn't go into the inner. So the inner takes up well over half the tent, which gives you lots and lots of space. It gives you an absolutely massive porchway, which I can confirm is enough space for 2 people's motorcycle gear, because that's how we've been using this tent. This does come right over. Obviously this is a big vent here, which is very handy, but it does sort of come over the front, so you don't get totally soaked should it be raining. It does protect the door a bit, but it isn't the sort of tent that you could sit inside the porch and cook your dinner in the dry if it was raining outside. Inside here, this actually is one of my little niggles. I've already had to tie this on pretty much every other time I've opened the door. I'll just show you inside. There we are. So it's got a separate mesh and inner door, so you can have it open. And then this is the inside space, as you can see. We've got standing height, pockets, we've got low-level vents, and we were in Spain and it didn't drop below 20 some nights, and we did get a bit of airflow through the bottom of here. But yeah, you can see we've got absolutely massive space in there, which is really, really handy. I would say a traditional 4-berth, as in 2 people plus luggage, maybe 2 people plus a small person plus luggage if you're lucky, or a dog. But yeah, I do like the layout, I like the venting. But let's talk about pitching. These are my own pegs. These aren't the pegs that came with it. I always switch over to the more heavy duty stuff. At each point you have this lower guy line, that's your main pegging point, and then you have this upper guy line which gives you a couple of points on the tent. They go on the same peg, and then you have the inner pegged out as well, which is here. You can just see it has a tiny little pole in the middle there, which works very nicely. The guy lines are this sort of style, not your traditional ones that you get on any bog standard tent. They're not terribly easy to use. This, however, is genius. This is the quick release guys, no more knots in your guy lines. A couple of my guys actually arrived frayed, which is a real shame, and another one of the niggles that I found with it. The other thing I found, whilst this way of pitching it makes for an incredibly sturdy tent, I have not been able to get this back part of the tent taut yet, and I'm told that it's to do with lay of the land and all sorts of other things. The one time we got rained on, the water pooled here, which you won't be surprised about. Here we have the Robens Green Cone. Really enjoy using this tent, and already looking forward to our next pitch.